This Red Sox rookie keeps adding to his really impressive rookie season. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin. A bit of a packed episode today. We got a couple of things that we need to get through. The first one is about the Juan Soto sweepstakes and the Red Sox possibly getting involved. And the second one is about a Red Sox rookie who last night won a really big award and what that could mean for the Red Sox off season. But before we get into that, just a heads up, we are about halfway towards our first giveaway goal of Movember. I told you guys at $500 we would do our first giveaway. We're already halfway there. That's really impressive. So if you want to help us raise some money for awareness and services towards men's mental health as well as physical health around the globe, make sure you guys click the link in the description or the comment section down below to donate today and help us reach our goal of $1,500. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. Okay, so I did want to start with the Juan Soto report / rumblings because I do think a lot of people are going to want to talk about that, and I definitely have some opinions on it. But over the weekend, the Red Sox were connected a couple of times to the Juan Soto sweepstakes. The first one came from John Heyman, who in a report said that big market teams like the Giants, Blue Jays, and Red Sox are expected to check in, and word shockingly is two small market teams already have. This was in regards to the Juan Soto sweepstakes and where the Red Sox could end up, and you couple that with saying that multiple executives have listed the Sox as potential suitors, and all of a sudden there's some buzz around the Red Sox and the Juan Soto free agency. Personally, I don't think you guys should take too much stock in this at all. I know I'm not getting too excited about these rumors. The reason being is because this appears to be happening over the last couple of off seasons. But before free agency really opened up last year as well, this same thing happened with Ohtani. It's the right move for these analysts to do. They're essentially saying there's only a small market of teams that are going to be able to afford a guy like Juan Soto services, and the Red Sox are a part of those teams, right? You would assume that a big market team like the Red Sox would, one, be able to afford Juan Soto services, and two, want to spend on a guy like Juan Soto, right? That's just simply a logical statement to make, and that's why you see the Red Sox so early connected to big names basically every single offseason. But again, based on what the Red Sox philosophy has been over the last couple of years, and even if they end up wanting to spend more this offseason than they have over the last couple of seasons, which has been a big debate amongst Red Sox fans, whether or not you believe that they are actually urgent in their want to improve this club, I don't think they're a Juan Soto type team anymore, right? I don't think they're going to go out and spend $600, $550 million on a guy like Juan Soto, and I just simply think that these analysts, no fault to their own, are putting the Red Sox in that category because that's what the Red Sox should be doing, not what they're actually going to do. I will say that really sucks. Imagining Juan Soto in a Red Sox uniform and what he could do at Fenway Park in couple with guys like Rafael Devers and Tristan Casas is absolutely fascinating, right? He could be one of the best Red Sox left-handed hitters of all time. This is the dude that you are supposed to go all out and bring in if you are the Boston Red Sox. I just simply don't see it happening, and it sucks because this is, again, the kind of guy that you should, at 26 years old, be comfortable throwing caution to the wind against. I don't care what his fit on the Red Sox currently looks like. I don't care about the left-handedness. I don't care about anything. This is a future Hall of Famer. This could be a guy who goes down as one of the best hitters in baseball history. This is the kind of guy that you sign and then figure out how the hell to make it work. Personally, I think the Red Sox should be in on Juan Soto. I don't think the Red Sox are going to be in Juan Soto, and these reports really don't change my mind on that. But it is interesting that two national reporters have now linked the Red Sox to Juan Soto. I could see the Red Sox at the bare minimum giving him a phone call and saying, hey, what's your market looking like? And when that number starts with anything higher than most likely a 3, they're probably going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, good luck with that. I just simply don't see the Juan Soto stuff happening, regardless of how many times they're connected. Now, if things change and they really do start to become a figure in in the mix for this Juan Soto stuff, then we can have a much deeper conversation about what this could mean for this Red Sox team. But I just don't think it's worth having the conversation and going over mock lineups or mock situations if there's really not a whole lot of substantial evidence that the Red Sox are going to be in. To me, this again feels like more of a situation where every MLB reporter is like, yeah, this would be really dumb for the Red Sox not to do, instead of, yeah, this is what I've heard and this is what the Red Sox are planning to do. So definitely worth a conversation, at least definitely worth to keep in the back of your minds. Not something that you should be sitting there mocking up Soto jerseys about until there's something more clear as to the Red Sox intentions with Juan Soto this offseason. But that doesn't mean we don't have actual news to talk about. So let's get into what Wilyer Abreu did last night and why it's important for this offseason. In my opinion, the more substantial news that happened over this weekend is that Wilyer Abreu capped off his rookie campaign with a Gold Glove win. Last night, it was announced that Wilyer Abreu is the Gold Glove winner for the AL, and this is actually pretty notable because rookies winning the Gold Glove award for the Red Sox doesn't happen all that often. In fact, Wilyer Abreu last night became just the third rookie in Red Sox history to win this award. The first one coming from Carlton Fisk in 1972, then it was Fred Lynn just a couple years later in 1975, and now it's Wilyer Abreu in 2024. Another interesting note about this win for Wilyer Abreu is that he's only the second player in Red Sox history to win this award as someone not born in the U.S. I personally thought that was absolutely fascinating, and to go back to his Gold Glove winning, thank God, because if he did not win a Gold Glove this year, I think I would have thrown a good old-fashioned tantrum. By any metric you want to look at, Wilyer Abreu was not only one of the best right fielders in the entire sport, he may have been the best right fielder in all of Major League Baseball this year when it came to defense, because looking at the metrics, which I absolutely do think is worth, especially after winning a Gold Glove, Wilyer this season had 17 defensive runs saved in right field. That is the most in Major League Baseball, and it's 10 more than the next best player in the AL in right field. He also had 7 outs above average, which again was the best in all of Major League Baseball and 2 more than anyone else in the AL. He had the 5th strongest right field arm in the league. He had the 7th most valuable arm in the outfield this season in all of Major League Baseball and the 3rd best when it came to the AL. Basically, what I'm saying here is that this Gold Glove was extremely deserved. In fact, it was an extremely obvious win for Wilyer Abreu. But I did just want to take a moment and talk about just how good this Red Sox outfield could be and has been in 2024, because we talk a lot about the defensive issues for the Red Sox, and they're very glaring, right? The Red Sox had the most errors in Major League Baseball. They had some of the worst infield defense in the sport, but their outfield made some incredible strides this offseason. You had Wilyer Abreu, obviously a Gold Glove winning outfielder, maybe the best defensive right fielder in baseball metrically this season. Jarren Duran finished in the top 3 for his Gold Glove nomination. Dalton Varsho unfortunately beat him out for that. I would complain a little bit because I do think Duran was more valuable to the Red Sox than Varsho was for the Blue Jays, but I think metrically you can make the case that Varsho deserved this Gold Glove. And then your third outfielder currently on this roster is so good defensively, he can also play not only center field, maybe the hardest position on the diamond, shortstop, and he did that for half the season this year, right? They're looking at the future of this Red Sox outfield. It is unbelievably impressive, and I think Wilyer Abreu absolutely deserves his moment in the sun for what he did this season. I think one of the most impressive things, in my opinion, about Wilyer Abreu defensively this year is just how unafraid he was to make a play. There were times where he was sliding ankle first or knee first into a wall to catch a ball or cut a ball off so a double didn't become a triple or a single didn't become a double. There were times this season where he was diving flat out on his stomach, smashing his head into the ground to make a play and save a run, or just simply to make a play and get one step closer to them getting back into that dugout. There were times this year where he was just flat out flailing over the fence trying to rob a home run, and it wasn't always successful, but the fact that he put his body on the line above everything else just simply to get an out for his team is a really, really impressive trait to have, and I think that's going to be extremely important to understanding who Wilyer could be over the next few years. Now, I know obviously this is the offseason, so everything's got to come back to how this could affect what the Red Sox do over the next couple of weeks, and I think there is some pretty decent impact here, right? Because I think most people are under the understanding that this offseason we're probably probably going to see a whole lot of rumblings about Wilyer Abreu getting traded or being put on the trade block to try and improve this team in other areas. And while other teams looking at Wilyer Abreu are ultimately going to use their own metrics to decide what Wilyer's worth could be in the outfield, I do think this adds some prestige to his name, which is important, right? If you're a team looking to give up a big name and get someone back in return, you're going to want someone who at the bare minimum kind of looks a little bit flashy, who looks a little bit exciting, who gets fans a little bit riled up. If you're going to trade a Crochet or a Brian Wu or someone that has some prestige behind them, you're going to want someone with prestige back, and now Wilyer Abreu has the hardware to back that up. Combine that with the fact that he's most likely going to end up at bare minimum top 5 in Rookie of the Year voting. I would guess probably close to top 3. That's a whole lot of prestige from Wilyer Abreu, and he just continues to create value as an asset for the Boston Red Sox. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to end up being traded. The Red Sox could look at what Wilyer Abreu did this season and what he's been winning and what he could be for this Red Sox going forward and decide, hey, this is somebody we want manning right field. It's been a little while since the Red Sox have won a Gold Glove. In fact, the last person to win a Gold Glove was also a right fielder by the name of Marcus Lindbetz back in 2019. The Red Sox have been fumbling a bit defensively since then, and having Wilyer Abreu do this might just a little bit change the Red Sox mind. I don't think it's going to totally wipe out the idea of trading him, but maybe there is some second thought there. Some, hey, look, defense has been such an issue over the last couple of years. Maybe we hold on to Wilyer and try to move somebody else just to simply have a solid outfield defense ready to go for the next foreseeable future. I think that is a possibility, but I do ultimately think when we are talking about impact this offseason, that Wilyer doing this and adding prestige to his name is creating value for the Red Sox to utilize to get some of the deals done that they are looking to make this offseason. But regardless of what happens with Wilyer Abreu, whether he's on the Red Sox or not, this is extremely impressive. It's a very rare feat for the Boston Red Sox. It's a rare feat in Major League Baseball for a rookie to be this good defensively. It's not something that happens very often, and I think Wilyer Abreu absolutely deserves the spotlight that he's going to get because of this. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Again, does this impact the Red Sox offseason? Yeah, I do think a little bit. I don't know how much this is going to change his value, but it certainly isn't going to hurt it at all. Ultimately, taking a look at everything we talked about in this video, again, I wouldn't personally be going on MLB.com or DHgate or wherever trying to make a Juan Soto Red Sox jersey just yet. I don't think there's too much validity behind these claims outside of, hey, the Red Sox are a big market team. They should act like a big market team and go after big market players. And Wilyer, I think, simply just makes it a little bit easier for teams to be like, yeah, you know what? I will take the Gold Glove top 3, top 4 Rookie of the Year finisher with a decent amount of power in a trade for a starting pitcher. So I do think this is all around good news for the Red Sox. It's going to be interesting over these next couple of days as free agency technically officially opens up at 5 p.m. tonight. The big thing, in my opinion, to look out for would be Tyler O'Neill, as the Red Sox have to decide if they are going to give him a qualifying offer by 5 p.m. Eastern tonight as well. So keep an eye out on that. But until that happens, let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think about this? What do you think about the Juan Soto rumors? What do you think about the Wilyer Abreu Gold Glove? What do you think this does for you in the Red Sox offseason? Is it getting you more excited, less excited? What are your overall thoughts on the latest Red Sox news and rumblings? As always, if you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor. Make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video as well. Just simply helps these videos out a ton, and it's the best way to let me know you're enjoying the content. Don't forget, if you want to listen instead of watch these episodes, simply head over to your favorite podcasting app and look up Red Seat Radio. Also, don't forget, we are chugging away at our Movember goal. We're almost halfway to our first checkpoint here, $500. If you want to help us out and help out men's mental health everywhere, link in the description or the comment section down below. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you in the Red Seats.